Summertime is the perfect time to head outdoors, but in Florida, that usually means you'll be near water. Here's Kimberly Betts of the American Red Cross with some water safety tips that everyone should know.
A really good tip to remember is to never swim alone. That's true for any source of water, whether it's a pond, a lake, a canal, a river, wherever you might find water. If you're going to go swimming, you need to be with a buddy.
The second tip is to swim near a lifeguard.
They'll usually be sitting in a chair similar to this one on the beach. They'll usually be wearing a uniform or be carrying rescue equipment. Remember, if you can see the lifeguard can see you. They're going to indicate whether or not you're too far out or whether or not there's any dangers, immediate dangers that you need to be aware of by blowing their whistle, waving their arms, things like that.
And be sure to follow all of the posted rules.
Following the rules that are posted on the signage around the beach or the pool are important because it's going to tell you what the pool hours are. It's also going to tell you the safety regulations that you need to follow. Remember, they're there for your safety, and you can still have fun. But in order to prevent injuries from occurring, you need to follow the rules exactly as they're printed on the signage.
Summer weather often includes afternoon showers, so watch for inclement weather.
In times of inclement weather, you usually should follow the protocols that are set forth by the lifeguards at the situation. It's not safe to swim in the pool or the beach when there's lightning. Typically, thunder indicates that there's lightning, so be aware that you will have to get out of the pool probably very quickly after thunder is heard. You would need to not only get out of the water, but also want to get and seek shelter as soon as possible. Locker rooms serve a great purpose for this. If you're at the beach, getting off the beach in general is a very good idea. Remember that whether you're indoor or outdoor, lightning can still be a threat if you're in the water.
And even when it's overcast, be sure to wear sunscreen.
Sunscreen is so important because the ultraviolet light from the sun can damage the skin. It's important to put it on if you're enjoying any outdoor activity, not just necessarily going to the beach or the pool. Heavy sweating and swimming can cause the sunscreen to lose effectiveness, so you want to make sure that you reapply.
It's never a good idea to mix alcohol with water activities.
You should never mix alcohol with water activities, whether it's boating or swimming. Even the best swimmer can be injured or run into trouble when their judgment is impaired.
When participating in water activities, be sure you're prepared with the proper life jackets.
Coast Guard approved life-saving equipment has been manufactured to provide the best possible means of preventing serious injury, and it's made with the best materials. Things that aren't marked as Coast Guard approved might not necessarily serve the purpose in the time of emergency that you think they would. And one way to make sure that the life jacket is appropriate is there's a Coast Guard marking approval stamp on every Coast Guard approved life jacket or rescue equipment.
But remember, life preservers are never a substitute for supervision.
It's important for adults to be extremely cautious when supervising their kids, especially if you have any kinds of bodies of water around your house, not just at the pool or the beach, near a canal, a river, a pond, anything that could be a potential hazard to children, infants, or even young adults.
And finally, be sure your household is CPR certified.
Drowning is the second leading cause of injury for children ages 1 to 4. The American Red Cross recommends that at least one person, and we prefer actually 2, be certified in CPR and first aid. Of course, 2 being in case you're the person that's injured so that you can receive care. We should also recommend that children and adults, if unsure of their abilities to swim, do take swim lessons so that they can be safe on, near, and around the water.
For a written list of these water safety tips and links to additional information, be sure to check out my blog at jacksonville.com/Amanda. For Jacksonville.com, I'm Amanda Warford.